Ever watched Mad Max Fury Road and thought, damn, if I had that kind of lighting on my classic, I'd ride straight into Mordor and still find the way back home? Yeah, bro, reality check. Most of us are squinting through the night with a halogen bulb that barely lights up a dog's tail 5 feet ahead. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my classic 350. That engine thump, the chrome, the poise, it's poetry on two wheels. But the headlamp? It's less warrior of the wasteland and more budget torch at Diwali. So today, we're lighting up the dark corners, literally. We're diving into LED headlight upgrades for the classic 350. Are they legal? Are they worth it? Do they actually help you ride safer at night? Or is it just another flashy gimmick? Joining me today is my buddy Ravi, night owl, mountain rider, and the kind of guy who once rode from Rishikesh to Chopta at midnight with nothing but a broken fog lamp and vibes. Vibes and a lot of prayers, bro. And some high beam courtesy from trucks, which trust me is rare as snowfall in Chennai. Love, yup, we've all had those nights, and we're gonna unpack how LED upgrades can change that game. From practical fitment to beam patterns to making sure you're not blinding some poor auto guy coming from the opposite side. So stick around, whether you ride solo at night or you're prepping for that late trip. This episode of Man, Motorcycle and Garage might just save your arse on the highway. Alright, let's get into it. LED headlights on a classic? Hype or hero? So, let me take you back to this one night ride, Bangalore to Hassan, solo, mid-December. Temperature was dropping, mist was rolling in, and I was feeling invincible on my Hunter. But halfway through the forest stretch, I switched off the high beam to avoid pissing off oncoming traffic, and bam, darkness. Like proper horror movie darkness. Couldn't see the edge of the road, just that sad little yellow cone of halogen light doing its best to pretend it was useful. And I thought, bro, why am I riding a 2 lakh rupee motorcycle with a headlamp worse than my uncle's kinetic Honda? That's when I knew it was time for an LED upgrade. Now for you classic 350 riders out there, I feel you. The halogen stock light is vintage cool, but it's not made for Indian nights. Our roads ain't lit like expressways in Germany. Between potholes, stray dogs, unmarked speed breakers, and that occasional drunk cyclist with no reflectors, you need to see and be seen. That's where LEDs shine. Pun totally intended.
Bro, tell me about it. On my Himalayan, I swapped to a Maddog Alpha, the kind that lights up a damn cricket pitch. Not only can I see the road better, but even the cows start moving when I approach.
Exactly. So let's break it down. A good LED unit gives you 3 to 5 times more brightness than halogen. And it's not just about lumens. The beam shape is tighter, cleaner. You get a wide throw with a proper cutoff. So you're not that guy blinding oncoming traffic like a UFO descending. And here's a sweet bonus. LEDs draw less power. So if you're running mobile chargers, fog lamps, heated grips, your battery doesn't throw a tantrum mid-ride.
Plus, they last forever, man. 30,000 hours easy. I've changed girlfriends more often than my LED.
Bro, but yeah, halogens burn out like firecrackers. LEDs, set and forget. And it's not just a highway thing. Even in the city, having a crisp white beam helps you dodge idiots jumping signals or that sleepy dude on a scooter drifting into your lane. But hold up, not all LEDs are created equal. Some are just blue-colored junk that'll get you fined. Or worse, mess with your wiring. So how do you upgrade smartly and keep your thumb intact? We'll dig into the top LED headlamp picks for the classic 350 next, and Ravi is gonna share which one saved his foggy Sikkim.
Which LED setup saved your butt in the Sikkim fog last winter?
Oh, easy da. HJG Dual Projector LED. Got it installed just 2 days before my ride. I remember the mechanic looked at me like, "Sir, last minute ka jugaad?" And I said, "Bhaiya, light chahiye, miracle nahi."
You and your timing, bro. But that unit's actually a beast. Dual projectors with separate low and high beams, right?
Yup. And it had this DRL halo ring, looked damn aggressive. When I hit those twisties past Gangtok at night, visibility was crystal. No dancing shadows, no guesswork. Just clean beam cutoff like someone trimmed the darkness with a scalpel.
Sexy. And fits the classic 350 headlamp casing cleanly?
Almost plug and play. I used a relay harness for safety, didn't want to fry my wiring. Took all of 40 minutes at my local garage. No wire cutting, no jugaad tape, OEM couplers, neat job.
That's the way, da. Riders listening, do not start cutting wires like you're prepping for a bomb defusal scene in a movie. Use proper harnesses, or better yet, get it installed by someone who knows retrofits. Also worth a mention, Maddog Alpha. Slightly pricier, but the beam throw is wild. Proper stadium vibes. It's what I use on my Hunter, and I'm seriously considering swapping it onto the Classic next week.
And if you want that full OEM vibe, no flashy halos, just clean fit, the Royal Enfield genuine LED kit is solid too. It's not the brightest of the lot, but the fitment is buttery smooth, and you don't piss off your service center guys.
Yeah, man, that's the real win. Looks like stock but works like an upgrade. Price is a little on the higher side, around 4K, but then again you're buying peace of mind. No RTO stress, no warranty issues.
Speaking of RTO, let's not forget legal stuff, bro. I've seen guys slap on 100-watt blue LEDs and then cry when the cops find them, or when people throw chappals at them on highways.
Chappals, bro. I once saw a guy get a whole biscuit packet lobbed at his head near Hosur because his light was so bright it looked like Judgment Day. Alright, in the next segment, we'll decode what's legal, what's not, and how to make sure your LED setup is roadworthy.
Time for the real talk.
Yup, because while riding blind is stupid, blinding others is worse. You ain't Batman, da. You don't need a searchlight.
True that. So here's the bare minimum you need to know before upgrading your Classic 350 headlight. Number 1. Stick to white light. Between 6000 and 6500K is the sweet spot. That crisp daylight white is legal. Anything that looks like you're starring in Fast and Furious Andhra Drift, blue, purple, green, just no.
Unless you want a 500 rupee fine and your headlamp seized by a board cop on night duty.
True that. Or worse, want an oncoming trucker to lose vision for 5 seconds and end up in your lap. Don't be that guy. Next, wattage. Most good LED units come in the 50 to 60W range. That's more than enough. Trust me, more wattage is not better light. After a point, it's just glare.
Exactly. My HJG is 55W and that's with both projectors on. I've never needed more, even in pitch dark mountain curves.
Right. So keep the beam focused, use a relay harness, and for the love of all things Royal Enfield, don't do jugaad wiring. No electrical tape acrobatics, no cutting OEM wires, no attaching loose wires to battery terminals like it's a school science project.
Bro, I once saw a guy use Fevikwik to attach a connector. It lasted till one pothole. After that, disco light on the highway.
Insane. And always check beam alignment after installation. You want your low beam to hit the road, not the skies. Go to a quiet street at night, park 25 feet from a wall, and adjust till the cutoff line is below the eye level of oncoming traffic.
Also, if you're in states like Maharashtra or Kerala, do check with local RTO rules. Some are strict about aftermarket lights. And if you're ever unsure, go the OEM route. Look stock, no stress.
That's the thing. It's not just about brightness, da. It's about clarity, cutoff, and control. A well-installed LED can literally save your life on a bad stretch.
And a badly installed one could ruin someone else's.
Well said. Okay, final segment coming up. We'll talk about how these upgrades actually feel on the road, our closing thoughts, and whether it's truly worth the
Once you
3K
ride at
4K
night with a
investment.
proper LED setup, not overkill, not illegal junk, just a clean, well-placed beam that cuts through the dark like butter, you don't go back. It's not about looking cool or aping some ADV bro setup. It's about riding with confidence. It's about seeing that unmarked speed breaker before it eats your suspension. It's about not flinching every time a dog or drunk uncle crosses the road in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, after I upgraded, I didn't even realize how much stress I was carrying during night rides until it vanished. You suddenly start enjoying the ride again. The road opens up, the fear fades.
Exactly. And honestly, 3,000, 4,000 rupees, that's less than one tank of fuel on a Leh trip, but it can be the difference between making it home or ending up in a ditch. So, here's the final checklist, folks. Pick a legit LED brand, use OEM couplers, align your beam, don't be a glare bomb. And if you don't know how to do it, pay that extra 200 rupees and let a proper technician handle it.
And if you ever get questioned, remember, intent matters. You didn't upgrade to blind people. You upgraded to see. That's the line you walk. Safety, not show off.
Word. So, that's it for this episode of Man, Motorcycle and Garage. Whether you're riding to work, riding to the hills, or just riding to forget,
Don't let a dim headlight be the reason you hesitate. And to wrap it up, here's a memory that still makes me grin. Old highway stretch, no streetlights, full moon. I'd just fitted my Maddog Alpha. First time I flicked it on, and the road lit up like a music video. And you know what song started playing on my Bluetooth helmet speaker at that exact second?
Please don't say Highway to Hell.
Nada. It was Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Perfect timing, perfect ride. Let your light shine, boys, but not into someone else's eyes.
Until next time, keep your rubber on the road, your beam on the lane, and your thump steady as ever. Jai ride, boys.